you think has been, and I know that you've had a lot of wonderful experiences, what do you feel is the greatest accomplishment as far as bringing this whole idea and feeling vocabulary and knowledge on how to deal with the feelings into the world? Can you think of a story that you could share with us about a huge difference that you've seen it make?
That's a beautifully difficult question, Lee. On the one hand, I look at large-scale projects we've done, organizational change projects that have affected hundreds and thousands of people, projects implementing new schools, changing departments of education policies in, that have this much larger effect in terms of numbers. But I think that the answer that jumps to mind in that question is thinking about people, individuals like you, who after coming through 6 Seconds training, I see again at another training or event, conference, or just working together on a project, and we're talking late at night, and they say, "Did you know how much that experience changed my life?" And people come back and they say, I am the person that I've wanted to be. I am more whole. I am doing what I want to do in the world. And in part, that's because of the opportunity to be with 6 Seconds. And those individual stories are what keeps me going.
Josh, how many, since I met you, and that was in 99, I have a hard time believing it was that long ago, and it was when I was registering for the first conference that you had in San Francisco, I think in 2000.
Yeah.
And since that time, and it started out in the United States, it has moved around the world. And every time I go on the 6 Seconds website, I see another new spot that has embraced the whole concept that 6 Seconds is bringing. So how many countries now, and how many places, and what's the latest?
Well, we have offices now in 7 countries. So there's a 6 Seconds network office supporting, building a group of change makers in 7 countries. And those change agents are working in close to 100 countries now. And it's always exciting to see this new team, something starting up. We're starting a new project in Hong Kong right now. We have a new program. We have our latest international office is 6 Seconds Middle East, which just opened in Dubai. And there's just great need for these skills in that region, and an amazing level of interest and openness, and a wonderful team there. And I think what excites me most about this growth has been the sense that there is capacity being built in the world. I'm here in California, and I was recently at the Academy of Sciences, and there's a carbon footprint experiment, and my carbon footprint is awful because I'm flying around the world.
You're traveling a lot, are you?
Traveling a lot, and jet fuel is one of the worst things we can do for our planet. So I want to see capacity built everywhere in the world so that we can talk on the phone and we can do interviews and put them up online, but we don't need to travel so much. And
for those who are watching this right now and listening, I will tell you that Josh and I are both doing our part, because I'm located on the east coast of Canada, and I am sitting in my office that's surrounded by snow, and Josh is in his beautiful home in California. And Josh, don't hurt me by telling me that you're looking at the roses budding.
Well, I'm in our new office, and the roses are not budding, and I'll just leave it at that. But when you see the video, you'll see the view out my window, and you'll be jealous, which is a valuable emotion, because jealousy helps you understand what it is that you really want to commit to and work towards. And maybe if you're jealous enough, you'll end up moving here.
Which would be lovely. One of the things that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at the 6 Second website right now, and it has this lovely little banner that says 2007 Workplace Issues Report. Yeah. Now we're in 2009, and we're looking at a few new challenges. What piece of advice would you give to everyone who is watching this on the challenges we're facing right now?
Well, first of all, let me just mention that we are continuing to do the workplace issues data collection, and so that we get an ongoing trended view of how people are seeing the challenges at work. And the Workplace Issues Survey is actually on our corporate website, which is 6seconds.com, SIXSECONDS.com/WI.PHP. And so the first thing is I would encourage you, if you're watching, to go and answer the survey yourself and tell us what you see as the most pressing issues in your workplace. What we're seeing in the 2009 report, which will come out later in the year, is that there's similar trends. In the 2007 report, the top issue was leadership. We're seeing a lot of concern about leadership again, particularly around building collaboration. I think that when people are experiencing stress, and I don't know anybody who's not quite stressed these days, that we need more and deeper leadership. We need people who are able to reassure us and move us and connect us and move us forward. It's very easy in times like this to become overly focused on the obstacles and on the challenges, and we're getting bad news every day, and it seems like more and more and more bad news, and it's easy to take all of that in and say, okay, I'm just gonna stay in bed. And yet we don't solve our problems by staying in bed. We don't solve our personal problems, we don't solve our economic problems, we don't solve our social problems, we don't make the planet greener. Well, actually we might make the planet greener if we stayed in bed. But we don't solve the fundamental problems that we have. We need to approach them. And approaching them requires an investment of energy. It requires moving forward. Emotions move us. They are power.